Tony Dan Littlejohn with a screenwriter's rant on The Devil's Workshop, or Devil's Workshop, a movie about a struggling actor who spends a weekend with a female demonologist in order to land a role. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 9. I am out of so many books thanks to you kind people who came out to the Smithville Art Walk today. Thank you. We will be doing the live stream tomorrow, so don't forget that. All right, this is from Lionsgate. It looks like a pretty good horror movie. I like the premise. This actor, he's up for this role, and he really needs it. And so he decides he's going to spend the weekend with a female demonologist to prepare to play a demonologist in a movie. I'm not sure exactly the term demonologist is the right term. But okay. So, of course, he goes to visit her and things get super weird. And she tells him in the trailer, you have to be truthful with me or this won't work. And he says, what, what are you talking about? Well, the ritual. And then she laughs like it's just a joke. So, and it's about how far would you go? So she starts doing some sort of ritual, and of course it's not BS. It's real, and then suddenly he can't leave, and it gets weirder and weirder and weirder. Emile Hirsch is in it, and I don't know. I guess this is her as the demon. I'm not sure what happened there, but at some point he tries to leave, and then he can't get out of the house, and she's just nuts, and I guess she takes off her face, and she's the demon. September 30th. I tell you, it doesn't look bad. I mean, I kind of like the premise. It's a good low-budget movie premise, right? Because the whole first act is going to be the actor like setting up like, oh, I need this role, and why he needs the role so bad, and why he might lose it to this other actor. And so he sets up this thing with the demonologist and figuring, oh, this will give me the edge, right? I'll hang out with the demonologist for a weekend, and then I'll come back for the final audition and tell him, I spent all weekend with a demonologist, really got in touch with it, and it'll make the real, the role more real, and blah, 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 and they're going to love me for that, right? But he doesn't expect the demonologist to go nuts and, like, actually have real magic or whatever. And, of course, the second act is the weekend, and he goes up there, and at first it's just odd and weird, and she seems nice but a little odd, and then slowly she ramps things up, and it pushes him further and further down this path. And by the end of the first day, he's like pretty much set to leave, but then like I guess he lies to her because he tells her he has the role when he doesn't really have it yet, and and then that sort of starts him off. It's because of the ritual, maybe. Like if he lies, then he's trapped. So then he's trapped by the demonologist, and then has to escape her, and he has to learn the rules of demonology in order to escape. Right? I don't know what those are set up for the movie. A lot of it has to do with true names, and in this case, it has to do with telling lies, some sort of ritual. So maybe he catches her in a lie, and Emile Hirsch plays, like, I think the guy who's directing the movie or the play or whatever it is. You can see here they're getting into the ritual, dumping human blood on him, and I don't know. So it's about how far would you go to face your demon. So I predict by the climax of the movie, he faces his demons and turns the tables on this woman and escapes her evil clutches, only to go and maybe not take the role at all or get the role. I'm not sure. Maybe she permanently haunts him. I mean, it could go a lot of ways, right? It could be that he turns the tables on her and she dies, seemingly. But he gets the role, but then the role is, not good, or doesn't get the role after all that, and then goes home and she's still kind of haunting him, or maybe he's become the new demonologist and he gives up acting. I'm not sure how this could end. Um, but as you can see, she's out of her mind. So I guess she tortures him at some point with a blowtorch or just scares him. I don't know. But yeah, it seems kind of messed up. I'm not quite sure where it got. Now, the dark ending, I guess, would be that he like fights her and I don't know. It looks like he ends up setting the house on fire, and then like it cuts to the audition and he succeeds, but really it's her who has possessed him, or the demon that has possessed him, and like he's still alive, but now he's possessed. Like that could be the dark ending, or that he just kills her and then doesn't loses the audition but doesn't care, kind of thing, and goes off. But then there's some hint that she will return. Maybe they'll turn it into a franchise. I don't know. But Emile Hirsch, I think, is the big draw here. The name actor they're using to bring some viewers to the movie. It's probably a low budget thing, but I kind of like the premise, and I like the woman playing the demonologist. She looks sufficiently creepy. And the actor too. He looks good for. I mean, he looks good for the role. He looks like, he looks like an actor. He's acting kind of naive or whatever, and then here maybe he thinks he's being smart, but he's not, because he lies to her, and that's all part of the ritual. Radha Mitchell horror movie. I'm gonna guess. I don't think there's any credits on this. No, but September 30th. So I'm gonna guess he's the director. Radha Mitchell. Kind of interesting name, that. Radha sounds like that would be a South Asian name, and then Mitchell being his last name sounds like generic name. So that's an interesting combo there. Or maybe it's the brand. Maybe it's two guys and they used both their last names. I don't know. Anyhow, would I see this movie? Yeah, I'd see it. Yeah. It's a kind of standard horror movie. It could be pretty decent. Pretty watchable. I think it looks watchable. It's low budget, but if it moves quickly, doesn't get bogged down in a bunch of fake drama when all we want to do is see the guy, screw this up and demons or whatever. Yeah. Cut to the chase. Keep it nice, tight, 85, 90 minutes. Really no reason to go beyond that. And then give us our twist ending or whatever, and out the door we go. So Devil's Workshop, September 30th. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Thanks for coming out to the Smithville Art Walk. See you for the live stream tomorrow.